The final Monday night game and the final game of
Do
the
we have
week.
to talk about this one?
No.
We should talk
Every
about this
week
game.
one game is special.
All
Wow.
special little flowers.
This one's a little more special.
Them all. The L.A. Rams open up their season, not in L.A. yet. That will happen the following week. They will now play against the 49ers at Levi's Stadium, Wes, site of Super Bowl 50. And Mark, spin me some gold. Why is this a game people should stay up late to watch?
I think it's historically significant for the most obvious reason of all. The last time the L.A. Rams were the L.A. Rams and played a game was Christmas Eve, 1994, back when Greg was about 6 years old. That's 7,934 days ago. So, yes, for that alone, I think if you are a football historian, that matters. But the note, to go off what Wes said.
Does that really matter?
It hasn't
I
even been
think it does
8,000
matter.
days.
I think it does matter. What I did write, though, was these are the two most depressing preseason journeys colliding in week one.
Did you watch
Because
the Bears?
the Bears are up there, but the Bears didn't have the expectations,
Okay.
I don't think, in some way. Because if you're Chip Kelly's offense, you want to see the 49ers come out with a new reimagined identity. We saw none of that. There's just nothing happening with the skill position group in San Francisco. And if you're the Rams topped the Niners by a million miles because people didn't think San Francisco would be very good. You're getting Blaine Gabbert versus Case Keenum because the guy that you traded up for the number one pick, Jared Goff, is sitting as your number 3 quarterback right now after one of the most underwhelming summers by a number 1 pick in our lifetime. So I would be very concerned if you're a fan of either team. It's going to be a long autumn.
Well, that makes it a big game, though. That makes it
Until week 2.
What's a big
I don't
game?
know.
This
saying this is a big game for these two coaching staff and these two teams because if you can't
Sell it, Greg.
if you can't pick off either one of them, it's going to feel real hopeless. I don't think the Rams are so.
There's like a check sticking out of Greg's pocket with an ESPN logo on it.
I don't think the Rams are so talentless that it's crazy to imagine that defense putting together some wins this season. But if you're gonna be in the mix and not be an effing 7-9 team like Jeff Fisher, maybe it's not a big game for the 49ers. It's a big game for the Rams.
Win this
you gotta
game.
win this game.
Go to San Francisco or Santa Clara, win that game. Because if you lose that game, 7-9 or worse is almost virtually guaranteed because the schedule's going to tighten up. Got to win these types of games.
You have to.
I find it interesting that while we were recording this podcast, NFL media insider Ian Rappaport reported that
These NFL networks, Ian Rappaport, new branding inside the building.
NFL Network insider
Yeah. Ooh.
Rap Sheet
Yeah.
reported that the Rams and Broncos discussed the Case Keenum trade during the preseason. And once the Broncos liked how Trevor Siemian played, that trade didn't go down.
Wow. The Rams like Sean Mannion too.
Well, we know that.
Yeah.
I think that's the only explanation for that. We might see Sean Mannion.
We will.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Here's
at
the
all.
thing. I'm excited to watch this game. I know that sounds crazy. I'm not just saying that to say. I legitimately am. I think the 49ers could be fun. But as exciting as this
Wait, what?
I think the 49ers are so weird that Chip Kelly, who I'm fascinated by, with this bizarre group of players that he has to coach, I just want to see what happens.
Let me ask you this. Is it a good
Wrap this
idea to
up, guys.
play the most up-tempo offense in the league with such a talent-poor roster that you'd be doing 3-and-outs over and over
Against
and
the
over?
great front seven. And what I was going to get
Right.
to was it
Okay.
probably isn't going to live up to my own hype because these defenses are both so much better than the opposing offenses. It'll probably be 9-6.
Well, all right,
Scientists
we'll
can't
see.
even stop talking about
One
it.
last thing is Chip Kelly's defense.
Wow,
is-
what a
is
game
the
this
NFL.
must be.
Well, there is a lot going on. It's week 1, but I mean, Chip Kelly's defenses have always suffered, and defensive players start to grumble for how often they're out on the field. Jim O'Neill is your defensive coordinator who came out of Cleveland. What was the resume there? Couldn't stop the run to give a damn for 2 years in a row. And now you're trying to stop Todd Gurley in week 1. There's your test. Let's find out what kind of defense you have in San Francisco.